Well, good afternoon. I am Professor A, and I am in the business of misery, unlike the person who selected these songs. Um, Joining me as ever, behind me is Professor Dogger somewhere. You might be able to see a tail. Oh, over there. There's a tail over there, yes. And on the other side of the world, there is, as always, Professor, if you will, J. Now, I think
Will I?
on
Will he?
the world. Yes.
Yes. Thundery, apparently.
Yes.
Thunder, yellow, orange, thunder warning. I'm using this guitar today.
Looks a bit like
seen
a
this
Les
one.
Paul to me.
Well, it's a Gibson Les Paul BFG. You know what a BFG stands for?
I think you've shown us this one before, actually. But
Oh, have I?
I think so. It's just something about the finish on the.
Yeah, barely finished guitar.
Yeah, it's a very nice guitar. Yeah.
It's funky.
Yeah.
P90, humbucker, kill switch. Actually, notoriously, the kill switch is noisy. People who play them properly disconnect the kill switch.
Okay.
What's quite funky, you've probably not seen before, is at the back
No.
it has clear match plates, so you can see all the wiring.
That's cool. Like that.
It's pretty funky, and it's light, completely chambered, so it's sort of completely hollow under here. Because I'm old and I can't be doing with a heavy Les Paul.
Yeah, I was going to say normal ones aren't chambered, are they? They're solid.
No, they can weigh north of 10 pounds or 5 kilos for this side of the world, people.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. I need to apologise first for the quality of my voice, which is my fault, obviously. But my generally used microphone has broken the shelf it was attached to and fallen off, and so I'm having to use the microphone in my webcam, which is rubbish. So that will be fixed to our next episode. But until then, what are we doing today, Professor J? As if people can't tell from the picture and the title of the stuff.
We are doing Paramore, not Parallels, Paramore. So, I'm going to do an intro, and I thought I'd be like down with the cool kids.
Okay.
And I'd get AI to write me the intro.
Oh dear, okay.
So I've got 2 AI intros. Would you like to hear the AI generated intros?
I would love to. This could be a whole new thing. Yes, go for it.
Okay. The first one is great. I need some atmospheric music maybe in the background.
Well, if you told me, I could have prepared some, but I had no idea you were requiring atmospheric music, so you'll have to do it.
Well, maybe you could hum some atmospheric music.
I don't think that's a good idea with this microphone, to be fair.
Okay. As the lights dimmed and the crowd roared, I couldn't believe my luck. I was about to write an introduction for my favourite band, Paramore. The stage came alive as lead singer Hayley Williams strutted out in her signature fiery red hair. Her powerful vocals filled the room, sending shivers down my spine. Behind her, guitarist Taylor York and drummer Zach Farrow unleashed their energy, making the crowd go wild. Their music was a perfect blend of pop, punk, and alternative rock, with the lyrics that spoke to my teenage years. The trio had captured my heart with their raw talent and unapologetic attitude. I couldn't wait to see what they had in store for us tonight. Paramore was not just a band, but a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, well, that made Dogger cry. Very nice.
Do you want the second one from AI?
Yes, please.
One's more factual. That one was the dramatic one. This is the factual AI introduction. Paramore is an American rock band known for their dynamic sound and energetic performances. Formed in 2004 in Franklin, Tennessee, by lead vocalist Hayley Williams and guitarist Josh Farrow, the band quickly gained popularity with their debut album All We Know Is Falling. Over the years, Paramore has evolved their musical style, incorporating elements of pop and alternative rock. Blah, blah, blah. They have earned critical acclaim and a dedicated fan base. Despite lineup changes and internal conflicts, Paramore continues to produce music that resonates with audiences worldwide, solidifying their status as one of the most influential bands in the alternative music scene?
That one made Dogger try to bury her head.
Dogger don't like the AI.
No, Dogger's very much into a human and canine writing rather than AI writing. Gosh.
So why did you choose Paramore, Professor A?
I didn't, Professor J. That was your choice.
Ah, yes. I just wanted you to ask me that question.
Ah,
So, so the latest album from Paramore, I think, is really, really good. There's a couple of songs that I think are absolute bangers, and I'd kind of forgotten about them. And there was, a couple of songs that I remember from the early days. Did they win a Grammy or top band in the world or something last year?
yeah, won Best Alternative Music Single and Best Rock Album.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing. So I thought, I mean, I really love this new stuff. So I thought, what better than to dive into the whole histoire of Paramore. So
Yeah, but that wasn't their first Grammy though. It's first for the band, but Hayley Williams and one of the Pharaohs, no, her and someone else won a Grammy for writing before.
Yep. Okay. So let's go into my introduction. Now we've done the AI one. So the thing that's amazing with Paramore is that they started really, really young.
Yeah.
So in 2002, when she was 13, Hayley Williams, who's the singer, front woman, kind of really the main driving force behind the band, she moved to Franklin, Tennessee, and there she met Josh and Zach Farrow at a weekly supplemental program for homeschooled students. So she started doing some music stuff, mainly with these guys, but she actually signed to Atlantic Records as a solo artist in 2003. By my math,
14.
That makes her 14. I mean, that is
Yeah.
crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So, and Atlantic wanted to turn her into a pop singer, but she resisted. And I think this is something that we'll see about Hayley Williams, that she's knows what she wants. She's very direct about where she's going. And she wanted to play alternative rock with a band. And then the rest is history, right? So it was the two brothers that we mentioned, Josh Farrow, who was guitar, backing vocals, Zach Farrow, drums. What's his name? Davis on the bass, and Williams on lead vocal. And they're all really young. They're all little kiddies.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts of Paramore? That's A.
I don't really know that much about them. I remember liking two songs that were sent to me by somebody on the internet back in the day, which was Misery Business and Crush, 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 which we may mention again. After that, I was not aware of their continued existence. The next time I saw any reference to them was the single by B.O.B., the rapper, with Hayley Williams.
Bob.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you pronounce it as Bob or B.O.B., it's got dots in it. And that featured Hayley Williams. The song was called Airplanes, which I think is an amazing song. And then I heard that they had reformed at some point, but I really don't know anything about their modern music, and I haven't actually listened to it and done my notes yet for the modern stuff. So I look forward to being entertained. Apparently they're very good now. Apparently they're the best in the world, according to the Grammys.
Indeedly. Where do you know much about the name? What the name means?
I do. It was apparently the maiden name of a mother of one of the early bassists or something. And then they found out that it was a homophone for Paramore, meaning hidden lover or secret lover kind of thing.
Secret lover.
Yeah. And they thought, oh, that's good, we'll keep it. But they chose the spelling of the maiden name.
Yeah, rather than the French name, Paramore. I mean, we've talked about their history. There's been sort of comings and goings, right? So it started with, who did we say? Hayley Williams, the Farrow brothers, and Jeremy Davis, the bass player, back in 2003, 2004. Then the Farrow brothers stayed in the group till 2011-ish.
Yeah.
Then they kind of changed. And then Zach Farrow came back in 2017, but Josh Farrow didn't. And there's something interesting about the drummers, but maybe we'll save that to the next episode. The drumming is different, right?
Yes. The coming and going and coming back started their first album. The first album was called, what was it called? Something about
All We Know Is Falling.
And that is based around a song called All We Know on the album. And that was written about the bassist Jeremy Davis leaving just before the album came out. And then he came back 5 months later. So.
Yeah. Yeah. In and out. All right. Should we dive into the first song that we've selected?
Sure. So let me do a massive amount of scrolling and then we'll get there.
Scrolling. So the first song we've chosen is Crush, Crush, Crush. And it's from 2007, and it's the third single from the group's second studio album, Riot.
With an exclamation mark.
Yes, indeed. So yeah. Let's dive into some lyrics, shall we?
Okay. Dog is just having an episode. Oh.
Well, she's happier now that
yes.
She's got the AI chat. Okay. I got a lot. No, sorry. I'll start again.
No. Oh. It's enough. It's enough.
I got a. Okay.
Oh, come on. Stop it.
I got a lot to say to you. Yeah, I got a lot to say. I notice your eyes always glued to me, keeping them here, and it makes no sense at all.
Yeah, she's talking to someone.
Who keeps looking at her.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all to her.
Yeah. Okay, more words. They taped over your mouth, scribbled out the truth with their lies, your little spies. They taped over your mouth, scribbled out the truth with their lies, your little spies.
There's an echo.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously someone with whom she feels there is a mutual attraction, but his buddies are telling him lies about her or defaming her to him, saying he shouldn't be with her. That's my way of interpreting it.
Yeah, I agree entirely. It's quite nicely written. I like the taped over your mouth, lies, spies. There's rhyming.
Yeah.
Love a bit of rhyming.
Oh, yeah, I like that. And so the different lengths of the lines is good.
Yeah. They don't anticipate the PALS score.
Yeah.
And then we've got Crush, 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 2, 3, 4.
That's a bit rough for a start.
Yeah. Okay, next verse. Nothing compares to a quiet evening alone. Just the 1, 2 I was just counting on. That never happens. I guess I'm dreaming again. Let's be more than this.
I mean, yeah. That's what it says on the tin, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She wants to be more than friends with this chap. I presume it's a chap, not a lass, I don't know. But guesses it will never happen. I quite like the way she uses the 1, 2 and the counting on, which refers back to the 2, 3, 4 in the chorus.
Yeah.
Counting that's quite clever.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. If you want to play it like a game, well, come on, let's play. I'd rather waste my life pretending than have to forget you for 1 whole minute.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here Um, 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 um. She's talking about the. Let's say it's a guy, right? Let's make it. Yeah. Because at first she's saying, "Oh, your friends are sort of being devious behind your back," but now she's saying that he wants to play it like a game.
Mm.
So is there some inconsistency there?
Yeah.
I mean, she's young, right? She's like 16 years old when this.
Well, it's the second album. Don't forget.
Oh yes, 2007. When was she born?
So that'll make her.
Oh. She's gonna be 18. She'll be 18. Let's call her 18.
Yeah.
Better that way.
Yes. Yeah, but she's not just also saying that he's playing it like a game. She says she's happy to do that, which, as you say, is an inconsistency.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a pop song.
It's just teenage angst,
Yeah.
as our AI friends told us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we've got the taped over your mouth stuff, some crush, crush, crush. The nothing compares to a quiet evening. Then rock and roll, baby. Don't you know that we're alone now? That reminds me of Tiffany. I think we're alone now.
Wasn't that a cover version?
I believe it was, yeah.
I remember who it was.
But a non-popular cover version, I think.
Yeah.
I need something to sing about. Rock and roll, hey. Don't you know, baby? We're all alone now. I need something to sing about. And that's it. That's it. Except for let's be more than this. Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's still up.
A tribute to the Roxy Music song, More Than This, at the end. Yeah, it's a simple song about an unrequited crush, which then apparently becomes requited because they're going to rock and roll together when they get to the end.
Wow.
So that's good, isn't it? So
everybody ends up happy.
Interesting, the bridge was sung by Hayley Williams, Josh Farrow, Zach Farrow, Jeremy Davis, and someone called Becca Sheets. So there you go.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think of this song?
I think it's great. It's catchy. This is, as I said, one of the two that I knew. Yeah, it's a good, catchy song. I don't think the lyrics are great. I mean, there's some nice touches there, which probably show she's going to write better songs in the future.
I mean, it's teenage angst, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unrequited love that gets requited. That's good. So maybe it's not angsty enough, but it's pretty good. This song has been certified platinum for selling over 1 million copies in the US. The video's okay, right? They're just sort of playing.
The video's quite weird. They're playing in a sort of desert.
Yeah.
And there's 3 people spying on them with binoculars from a distance. And eventually it turns out that these 3 voyeurs are actually them. They're spying on themselves, which is, of course, it ties in with your little spies bit in the song.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, no, it is. And it actually won an award, I think. The video.
Oh, yeah.
It was nominated for Best Rock Video at 2008 MTV Video Music Awards, losing to Linkin Park's Shadow of the Day.
Okay. I like this description of the song. It's from Alex Fletcher at Digital Spy, and he described the song, or he or she, they described the song as having juicy riffs, a humongous chorus, and a cheesy breakdown. I think is pretty good. They also commented on the song being more Kelly Clarkson and Avril Lavigne than Metallica.
Yes.
So it's good. It's energetic.
I don't know. Was this person expecting it to sound like Metallica? I don't know why you would. Oh, it's their second album.
Yeah.
So they're not going to sound like Metallica.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I want to give you this quote. This is Jerry Holkins. I don't have where they're from. The lyrics are beyond incoherent, a dreadlock of oily nonsense that is either results of schizophrenia, multiple authorship, or collated from multiple failed songs and compressed into some tar lozenge of epic failure.
That's nice. Good, good. Yeah. Wow.
I don't agree with that. I mean, I think this is a banger. It's just full of beans, right? It's
Yeah, yeah.
jumpy, sounds great.
And it's
It's got this.
carry on.
The drums are already very pronounced,
Hmm.
which we'll probably talk about in the next episode. Drummers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, and so do the press. NME, the New Musical Express, ranked it number 5 on their list of the 10 greatest Paramore songs. And Kerrang, the metal magazine, ranked it number 1 on their list of the 20 greatest Paramore songs.
What did Kerrang do in reviewing Paramore?
But no, I mean, they reviewed, and they had a lot to do with Poppy as well. We saw that. So I guess they're.
Poppy was quite metal at
Yes.
times, right? We've seen her sort of screamy stuff, but I wouldn't say. I mean, it's interesting that they talk about this sort of metal stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, that Alex, whatever, Fletcher, obviously was expecting Metallica, so perhaps Kerrang might too. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, classic, teenage angst, banger, brilliant song, love it. Should we be doing our? I haven't done my word count.
It's gonna work out. Hold on.
It is time for Professor J's word count.
And I can actually hear the stings this time, so that's great.
Excellent, of course, yes.
Do you want to take a guess?
Let me have a look. Oh, I'm lost. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's quite a lot because they repeat big chunks. I say 300 with about 85.
Getting good, Professor A. So it's 319 with 100. We need to remember those numbers because they're going to be important later on. Not important, they'll come back.
We need a PAL score, baby.
Oh, PAL score. PAL score. We can PAL score. What do we think about this? Angsty.
Yeah. Is there a Triner? There's a Wanna and there's a Cos.
It's in context. I'm not gonna demean it.
Oh, I like the truth with their lies, your little spies bit. That's a point.
I like that. Yeah.
Good.
Yep, I like that.
I like
and then there's that bit that you said about the counting.
Yeah, that's another point. That's 2 points. I think you've got to lose one for the chorus being one word.
Okay.
So I'm going for 1.
1 from a PAL score. Gosh.
All right, we'll give it 1 for being a good song as well. So 2. If you can think of other things which deserve a point.
No, that's not right. This is a lyrics only scoring, right?
Okay.
It's nothing to do with the song. 1, that's harsh.
Well, give me justifications for adding more.
Can't think of any. 1. What have we scored 1 before? Blinding Lights.
Yeah.
Scored 1.
Well, billions of people love that.
1.5.
1.5.
Ties together.
1.5 just to make sure that weekend stays at the bottom of the pile, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Agreed. Updating my spreadsheet. Okay. Right, next song. Next song is no, not that. It is That's What You Get. So again, it's another 2000 song from Riot. This is interesting. It's the 2nd Australian single, 3rd American single, and the 4th UK single.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not like they're more popular over here in the way Lana Del Rey is. I mean, they've had #1 singles in America, so I don't know. Perhaps they mean physical single, and the first ones were airplay only in America. Maybe.
Does such a thing exist? It's like album playing.
Yeah, we discussed that in the last episode, I think. It's in the Ben Folds bit. There's
Yeah.
airplay chart of some kind. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go. Lyrics. No, sir. Well, I don't want to be the blame. Not anymore. It's your turn, so take a seat. We're settling the final score. And why do we like to hurt so much? Can't decide. You have made it harder just to go on, and why? All the possibilities. Well, I was wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure about I don't want to be the blame. Surely it should be I don't want to take the blame.
Oh.
No, I'm not saying you've got it wrong. That is the lyric that I've got as well. But I just don't understand why she's written it like that.
I mean, when you read it, it sounds like incoherent nonsense.
It does, yeah. It's very much stream of consciousness and nothing's filtered.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's just... she doesn't want to be the blame, not anymore. It's your turn. Certainly in the score. Why do we like to hurt some? Is it like a relationship that's falling apart, perhaps?
Could be, but again, I don't want to be the blame. I don't get it.
Well, like, they are blaming her for the breakup of a relationship, and she's saying, well, no, you've got to take some of the blame as well. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I see. Yes, it could be. It could be. Yeah.
I mean, then let's get into this chorusy bit. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa. Repeat. I drowned out all my sense with the sound of its beating. That's what you get. Let your heart win. Whoa.
Yeah. It's a conflict between heart and head, isn't it? Whether you think about things or just emote at them or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah. It is what it is. All right, more words. I wonder how... I'm trying not to sing it. How am I supposed to feel when you're not here? Because I burned every bridge I ever built when you were here. I still try holding on to silly things I never learn. Oh, why? All the possibilities. I'm sure you've heard. It's hard to read it. It scans really well in the song, but then when you read it, it's odd.
Yes. It's not meant to be read out in constant.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, so it's interesting, right? Because it's more of the same, right? You know.
Yeah.
She's missing this relationship, even though she's admitting that she burned the bridges.
So I guess it meant her relationships with her friends were damaged by her relationship with his partner, was the way I took it.
So she's talking about other relationships, not just this.
I think so, because you say when you were here, when she was with this person,
yeah,
she burned every bridge she ever built. So I thought it was that she was concentrating so much on her partner that she lost touch with her friends and things like that.
Yeah. Where does that phrase come from? The
burning bridges.
Which is burning.
I don't know. It's a Mission song, isn't it?
Is it? That's the one I was thinking of.
Yes.
It's a military strategy.
Of course, scorched earth policy.
Yeah. Was her relationship an act of military strategy? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then there's another chorus. Don't think there's anything changing. Here we go. Another versey bit. Is it a verse? Don't know. Pain, make your way to me, and I'll always be just so inviting. If I ever start to think straight, this heart will start a riot in me. Let's start, hey.
So this is the title track of the album, kind of.
Ah, yes, riot.
Riot.
Exclamation mark.
Yes.
Um,
No, she's saying if she ever starts to make sensible decisions by thinking rather than acting, then her heart will rebel because it's not having that.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. That's all the words is.
No, there's a bit more in the last chorus. It changes to say, now I can't trust myself with anything but this, and that's what you get.
Ah, yes. That's your heart with.
It's more. It's just more teenage angst, as you said.
It is. Teenage angsty.
Yeah. Do you know what the working title for the song was?
No.
D-A, S word. The S word.
F word or S word?
S word.
S word. Sword.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not allowed to say it, even though we said this isn't for kids. We're not allowed to say naughty words on YouTube. So S word is what we've got. Yeah. Very good. Would you like to know how well it did in charts and things?
Oh, yesy, pleasey.
In Canada, it got to number 92 on their Hot 100 chart. On their Billboard chart, it got to 42. So again, I presume one's airplay and one's physical. So I have no idea. New Zealand 35, Portugal 33, Scotland, who I didn't even know they had an individual chart, but Scotland, it got to number 30. The UK singles chart, which apparently doesn't include Scotland, even though they're in the UK, got to 55. In the US, it got to 4 different charts: the Billboard Hot 100, 66, the Alternative Airplay, 36, the Mainstream Top 40, 18, and the Pop 100, 25. How on earth are you meant to work out how well songs done with all these charts in America? It's ridiculous. Look, I have a chart.
I'm shocked that it's so low, and yet it's sold over 1 million copies.
Yeah. Who knows?
Wow, that's
mystery.
That's bonkers McJonkers. I mean, for me, it's this is the one that I think of when I think of early Paramore. This song, this one, and I think it's something that I hear a lot on the radio. Not a lot, but this is one of the songs that I hear if I hear Paramore or like Radio X or something like that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to hear. So
I think what I think of is Misery Business, which I know you didn't pick, and I brought it up before. And I think that is the quintessential one from that era. And one of the ways you can tell is it was the B-side to all the 3 singles we've got here.
What?
As well as being its own single, which I think did better than any of these other ones. So, yeah. So they obviously thought that was their song.
It's random that.
Yeah, I mean, different versions. One was live, one was an acoustic version.
Okay.
But the version, yeah.
Oh. Too late. We could still squeeze it in.
I haven't researched it. But,
it's the one. That's the one when she sort of talks a bit on it, right? It's that one.
I don't remember.
As opposed to singing. I get the biggest smile. It's that one, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So, stylistically, this has been labelled as pop rock, pop punk, power pop, and emo, as well as having influences from funk and disco music. How would you describe it, Professor A?
I think emo is a pretty good one for it.
I don't see it as emo. It's too happy. Well, for me, it's more pop punk.
Yeah.
Than emo. Emo, I see as something
angsty, which this is.
I mean, it's angsty, but it's very upbeat angsty. It's not. I see emo as more sort of downbeat angsty.
Pop emo.
Pop emo.
Yes.
Jonathan Bradley from Stylist magazine described the song as containing a relentless assault, sugar-sweet riffs and soaring choruses. What do we think of the video for this one?
I can't remember it, sorry.
It's their kind of they are out with some fans playing in like a house, and there's various friends walking in and out and watching them.
Right.
The thing that jumped out to me is, I mean, she looks young. I mean, she is young, right? She's 18. But they're taking a selfie on like a really crappy old phone. That just made me laugh.
Yeah.
And it's kind of up front and center because they're sort of sending. It's kind of this. They're playing in a house and there's people around. Plus, there's kind of this side story about a relationship. But at some point, they take this selfie on this crappy old Nokia type phone.
Wow.
Nokia still exists.
Yes, they do. My stepdad bought a Nokia smartphone a couple of months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they died.
I think they might have done and come back. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, quite. Yeah. Would you like a quote from Josh Farrow?
Please. Oh, he's the
Guitarist.
guitarist, right?
Hold on. Dogger doesn't want to hear about it. Come on.
Oh.
He said, I wrote that music sort of sitting in my bedroom, and I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. So I brought it to Hayley, and I think we wrote it in Orlando, Florida. Like, Hayley was writing the lyrics. She's like, I think I have something to this. It's a pretty self-explanatory song. The lyrics are really simple. That's what you get when you let your heart win and you don't really think with your head.
Could you pause for a second,
Sure.
Professor A?
I'm in the middle of a quote, mate.
Somebody at the door.
And we're back in the room.
Sorry about that. I had a delivery. It was a record. My apologies.
Very exciting. I'm not going to bother finishing that quote because life's too short, really. While you were away, Professor J, if that's your letter, isn't it? Yes, Professor J. I found some other information about this song which makes it even more confusing, this whole charts thing. So I found the release history for this single. In the United States, in March 2008, it was released on Modern Rock Radio. On April the 18th, 2008, it was released worldwide as an extended play. On April the 22nd, 2008, it was released worldwide to Contemporary Hit Radio. And on May the 13th, 2008, it was released in the United States as a CD single. I haven't got a clue how these charts work. If anyone out there understands how all this rubbish works and why they don't just pick a random number and assign it to the song, then please enlighten us. We would love to know.
Yeah, it's wild, huh?
Yeah. Indeed.
Alrighty, all right.
Do you want to do a word count or a pal score?
Yes, please. Trying to guess at the word count.
That's not quite as long, I don't think. 270 and 80.
And they're amazingly consistent. So the last one was 100 and 300 and 100 and 319. One is 109 and 293.
Okay.
So,
Your voice is cutting in and out, Professor J.
is it?
That's better.
Now.
That's better, yes.
Okay. Yes, 109 and 293. So they're very, very similar.
Yes.
And they seem to be very consistent, as we may or may not see later. All right, let's do the PAL score.
Yeah. I'm struggling here.
To find anything good about it.
Yeah, I'm not finding a point here. I think we should give it 1.25 for not being blinding lights. But other than that, I'm not sure.
When are we going to score something negative?
Oh, right. I suppose we could, but no, I don't think this deserves to be negative. Although
I'm not talking about this one, but I think. I mean, it just reading. I mean, in terms of song, it really works, but in terms of reading it, it's like I said, it's just somebody's brain farted. Not even a brain dump.
But it goes back to our question of about whether it's the lyrics or the music, and whether different lyrics fitting with the same music would be better or not, which I haven't actually looked into yet, or I have meant to.
Are you going to sing some thingy lyrics over thingy song?
Not right now, I'm not. No, maybe at some point. Yes.
Definitely do that.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go through it properly. No, sir, I don't want to be the blame. Not anymore. I mean, it's just ugh, not giving that any points. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Woe. Oh, I love a woe. Half a point.
A half point for all that.
Yeah. 'Cause I burned every bridge I built, and it's okay. Holding on to silly things I never learn. It's just teenagey angsty, which is right.
Why?
It's
Oh,
teenagey angsty.
why?
Whoa. Whoa.
That's what you get.
Half a point. 1 point. No more.
Yeah, 1 point. I'm not having it be worse than Blinding Lights.
Right. Sold. Anything else on this one before we go to the...
I don't think so. It's one where it's as you said, it's a good song, but I don't think there's much to talk about lyrically, and that's what we're supposedly doing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. All right. So the last one we've chosen for today, well, me have chosen for today, is Decode from 2008. Which album is it from, Professor A?
It's from a soundtrack album to the
I
fantasy film Twilight, which I have not watched.
was going to ask you if you've seen Twilight or any of the Twilight.
I have not seen any of them. I believe it's about a vampire and a werewolf getting it on or something.
Teenage angst and vampires. When I lived in Italy, I think a lot of it was filmed in San Gimignano or Volterra, a place like that. So there were a lot, because this was around that time, and there were a lot of people would come and visit whichever city that was where it was filmed. It was like 3 movies, was it? The Twilight Saga?
I think quite a lot.
I'm saying them.
Yeah.
It's the movies on teenage angst and vampires.
Yeah.
At a time when I should not have been watching stuff about teenage angst. So
But having said that, this has inspired me to perhaps go back and rewatch True Blood, which I thought was really good.
True Blood was amazing.
Yeah, I think I might go back and watch that.
I want to do bad things with you.
Jake.
Dickie McJake face.
Chase.
All right.
You said which album it's on. It was also a bonus track on their third album, Brand New Eye, the international version, whatever that means.
Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. Words is... Actually, it took me a while before reading this till I noticed that the kind of title phrase was a bit hidden in there. Decode.
Yeah.
I was going to do like a how many songs don't actually mention the name, but then I found it.
Yes.
Okay. How can I decide what's right when you're clouding up my mind? I can't win your losing fight all the time. Nor can I ever own what's mine when you're always taking sides. But you won't take away my pride.
No, I mean, obviously, all I can do, as I've not seen the films, is comment on what people have said on Genius about these lyrics and how they relate to the film. So apparently, she's speaking from the perspective of the protagonist, I guess, Bella Swan. And she can't think logically because her mind's been clouded up with her thinking about this vampire chap called Edward, I believe. And that's what it's about. She's not taking sides because she's also involved with a werewolf or something. I have no idea. It's something that's very popular with angsty teenage angsters.
Which we were at one time.
Yes.
Not at this time.
No.
Okay. And the next lines are, no, not this time, not this time. Excellent. How did we get here? Well, I used to know you so well. Well, how did we get here? Well, I think I know.
Yes, well, she's asked and answered her question, and she's now going to tell us the answer to her question that we don't really care about anyway. But yeah, okay.
Yes, she's efficient. Okay. The truth is hiding in your eyes, and it's hanging on your tongue, just boiling in my blood. But you think that I can't see what kind of man that you are, if you're a man at all. Oh, I will figure this one out on my own.
Yeah, again, allegedly this is referring to the Twilight thingy. Apparently, Edward the vampire is a member of a coven called the Cullens, and they have yellow golden eyes instead of red eyes like other vampires. And this is because they consume animals, not humans.
Oh,
So, the truth is hiding in your eyes is referring to that, apparently.
ah.
Um, boiling in my blood, that's your blood boiling is related to anger, but also, obviously, it's a vampire reference with the blood.
Yep.
And you think that I can't see what kind of man you are. If you're a man at all, that's the point that she knows he's a vampire. But I think at the beginning of the film, he doesn't know that she knows that he's a vampire or something.
He knows that she knows that she doesn't know that he knows.
He knows she knows. Yes.
Okay. Right. All words is. I'm screaming I love you so on my own, but my thoughts you can't decode. There's the title.
There it is. And again, it's a specific reference to Twilight. Apparently, Edward can read the thoughts of others except this Bella bird.
Okay.
So we're not allowed to say that anymore, are we? No, sorry. It's a young person who identifies as Bella.
Okay, then we get some more repeated. Do you see what we've done? We've gone and made such fools of ourselves. Yeah. More words. I think we've had those words. I think I know. Oh, there is something I see in you. It might kill me, but I want it to be true.
Yeah. Again, it's about he's a vampire and might want to drink her blood. She's fully aware that he could kill her at any time, but refuses to turn away. Aha! Leading to 4 more movies the world loves to hate. 5 movies.
Does the world love to hate them?
So no, that's what someone on Genius said. I said I was taking this one from Genius.
Okay.
Apparently, when doing it live, she changes the last line of the chorus, which is "When I used to know you so well." She sings "Why won't you show yourself" instead.
Okay. Wonder how it was. Were they approached to write it?
Let me have a look at my notes. Scrolly. Oh, there we go. Well, apparently, this dates it. The band revealed they were fans of the series, and Hayley Williams appeared in a video or audio interview, I guess, called Artist on Artist on MySpace. There you go. And in this, she interviewed Robert Pattinson, who is the actor who plays this Edward vampire. And she said she really wanted to be a part of the project, and then it happened. So.
Right.
She said, "We wrote the song, and Josh had this really cool music, and I thought it fit the vibe and the tone of the story. We just kind of chased after it. We were knocking on doors when we could. We got lucky. I didn't think it would work. So yeah, they went out there and got it."
They got it. Well done.
Yeah.
So yeah, the city was Montepulciano.
Was that close to you?
Yeah, it was close. It's very famous for the wine. So there's two towns. There's Montepulciano and Montalcino, which are either 2 sides of a valley or they're 2 sides of a hill. It's quite hilly down there, sort of south of Siena. And Montalcino has Brunello, if you've heard of Brunello, and Montepulciano has the Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. Brunello is incredibly well known as a very, very good red wine.
I never really drank any Italian wine.
You missed out. And the Vino Nobile di Montepulciano is not as well known as Brunello, but just as good. But you can buy it a little bit cheaper than a Brunello, because Brunello has that name. So there, that's my wine tip.
Excellent.
Wine tip of the day.
Good.
Yeah, but it's a stony hilltop town like you get a lot in Italy and particularly in Tuscany.
Excellent. Well, that's good to know. Would you like to know chart positions?
Ooh. Yes.
Right, Australia, number 12.
Ooh.
Austria, number 59. Now, here's a biggie. Belgium, Flanders, 3.
Oh.
Belgium, Wallonia, 20. They have separate charts. How about that?
Do you know the difference between the two?
One speaks Dutch and one speaks French.
Yeah, the balloons are the French.
Yeah. Canada, 48. Oh, it's the Canada Hot 100, 48. Canada Rock Chart, 29. Finland, number 9.
Ooh.
The other side of the world, number 10.
Oh.
Germany, 47.
Ooh.
Japan, 53.
Ooh.
No, 8.
Ooh.
New Zealand, 15.
Ooh.
Portugal, 24.
Ooh.
Switzerland, 60. UK singles, guess where it got to in the UK singles chart?
24.
52.
Jesus.
US
But then
Top 100, 33. US Alternative Airplay, 5. And Mainstream Top 40, 36.
Then how did it sell 1 million copies? It sold 1 million copies in the US.
It also appears in the chart for 2022 for some reason. They must have re-released it.
Is it just because they're around for ages, or I don't understand this?
I think it's Airplay, Radio Airplay. Yeah, but it got to number 9 in the US Alternative Digital Song Sales in 2022, and number 14 in the Rock Digital Song Sales. So that's 2 more charts we didn't know they had.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's certified double platinum. This one, 2 million.
And what was it nominated for?
I don't know.
It's nominated for a Grammy.
What was it? Yes.
In the category of Best Song Written for a Motion Picture, TV, or Other Visual Media.
Yes.
Get it?
Yeah. And,
All right. Should we do the PALS score?
You don't want to do a word count?
I want to do the word count. Yes.
Oh, do you want me to? Okay, go on then.
It is time for Professor J's word count.
Oh, the technology. It's probably 275 and 90.
So it's 245 and 100. So if you look at the unique words for the 3 songs we've chosen today, it's 100, 109, and 100. So they are consistent.
So she has her own scheme, but doesn't agree with Ben Folds'.
Well, as we've seen, Ben Folds is full of sword.
Yes, indeed he is. Right. So, power score. I think this one's going to be higher.
Oh, it's definitely higher.
Yes.
I will fight for it. I like the beginning. How can I decide what's right when you're clouding up my mind? I can't win your losing fight all the time. Nor can I ever own what's mine when you're taking sides. You won't. I mean, I'll give it a bit, right?
Yeah, I think you can have a half for the first verse.
Yeah.
No, not this time gets nothing. How did we get here when I used to know you so well? But how did we get here? Well, I think I know. I don't like the asked and answered thing. It's a valid objection in a court of law. If a barrister answers their own question while interrogating someone, it's a valid thing you could object to. Asked and answered, me on.
Law facts.
I did study law briefly.
Did you?
I did a year before we went to, yes, at Leicester. The truth is hiding in your eyes and hanging on your tongue, just boiling in my blood. Do you think that I can't see you? There's no rhyming. Do we care about rhyming?
Oh, yes, we do.
There's no-
Mind, time, sides, pride.
I'm on the next verse though. There's no rhyming in it.
Eyes, blood are all own.
Eyes, tongue, blood, see, are all out. No, I mean, boiling in the blood. Can't see what kind of man you are if you're a man at all. In the context of the film, it's good. If it's you didn't know it was from the film and you thought it was about a relationship, then it's insulting, really, isn't it? What kind of man you are if you're a man at all? I don't know.
Song's lyrics speak to confusion regarding one's emotions and a growing sense of uncertainty. How can I decide what's right when they're clouding up my mind? I like that. The rest of it I don't like.
Yeah.
I like the opening bit.
Yeah. I think is it worth 1.5, 2? 2 maybe?
Not 2.
1.5.
1.5.
It's definitely better than Blinding Lights. That's our baseline.
Yeah. Can we go back and
Give it negative.
Give it negative. 1.5.
Yeah. Well,
these
are, as we've said, they're early songs. I think the lyrics might improve. Stabbed yourself to death with a guitar.
Oh, I just took some of the finish off the neck with my epic long nail.
Oh, that's not good.
Bloody cut in it. This one is referred to as emo-inflected alternative and hard rock song.
Okay. If you say so. Oh yes, it's obviously emo because it's about a vampire. I mean, come on.
This is more emo than the others because the others were a bit more like what did we say? Saccharine pop, sugar pop.
Yeah.
Did we say sugar pop at some point? Something a bit like that. We said.
Emo, I'd say. Yes. I don't know. I don't like all this pigeonholing. The only pigeonhole I like is Poppy's post-genre pigeonhole, which works beautifully, I think. Leah Greenblatt of Entertainment Weekly said that Decode took a step away from Paramore's bouncier punk pop sound for a more sprawling, Evanescence-like romanticism. I
was going to mention that. What when you put these onto the YouTubes, what are the other songs that are linked when you put any Paramore song on? These older ones.
For me, it tends to be not other songs. I just get the same videos that I always get recommended.
So for me, it just bungs up loads of Evanescence.
Right. Okay.
And I love Evanescence. Well, I love that first album.
I can only remember the one song I've seen. Yeah.
The first album, I think, is an absolute banger. I've never listened to anything else. Yeah,
I mean, other possibly interesting things about this song. It's 84 beats per minute.
It's quite slow, isn't it? It doesn't feel like 84 beats a minute.
No. It's in the key of B flat minor and features a vocal range of 1 octave, 7 notes, and 1 semitone.
B flat minor?
Apparently so. That's according to the digital sheet music published by Alfred Publishing Co. Incorporated, so it should be official.
B flat minor, hold on. But it contains chord progression of F major 7, A minor, the D bass, A minor and E minor. That's BS. There's no D.
Well, that's what it says on the official sheet music.
Maybe it was composed and then played in a different.
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah. I've got the same thing. It's composed in the key of B flat minor, and then it says F major 7, A minor with a D bass, A minor, E minor. And those are not in B flat minor.
Well, good. Do we have anything else to say about it?
No, nothing else to say.
No. Right, well, I will attempt to get my proper microphone working. Well, it does work. I've just got to attach it to something, which is a bit of an issue. And we will do 3 more, 4 more? I can't remember.
I think we said we'd do 4 more and then we'd do 3 at the end.
Okay.
Because the last 3 are a nice little package.
Okay, so 4 more. 1 to 1.5 rated PAL score. Something coming up next time.
All within 100 words plus or minus 10.
Excellent. So that's something to look forward to. And by the way, it doesn't matter because we're on a different timeline to you, of course, but we didn't release a video last week, and I'm sorry about that. It wouldn't upload for some reason, but everything should be okay again now, hopefully. So yes, anyway, give us a like, ring the bell, send us some tea, something like that. And thanks for watching. Farewell.
Thank you. Bye-bye.